Thank you, high jump. Okay, it's gonna use counter rush. When does he block? You literally saw me fight Vanitas and use block. Hello? You were here when that happened. Oh, hi. I didn't realize that I left you guys alive. Surely they knew when recording Ventus's English lines, they had to have realized that Jesse McCartney says terra when doing those attacks. Whoop. Also, even if I rarely block, why would I not just equip it? It doesn't hurt me to equip it. Most of Ventus's attacks can't be countered? Okay. I don't really care. I was just saying that you said, when do you block? And I just said, well, I did use block earlier, so clearly I do block. I'm not saying I'm equipping counter rush like, oh, dude, this is my strat for Vanitas. I'm just saying that why would I not equip it? There's no reason not to. Did one of them fall down there? There we go. Grab that ledge! Aw! Back up again. Also, like, I don't know what happened, because I don't remember having this issue when I played, wait a minute, am I gonna get a cutscene here before I keep talking? No, we still got a ways to go. I don't know what happened, because I don't remember, maybe it's just because I have more viewers in general now. Back when I played these games in 2017, this didn't happen. But ever since I've started redoing these games now, all of these people have come out of the woodwork being like, why did you do this thing that isn't 100% optimal in this KH game? Why are you just playing the game and just having a good time instead of doing everything perfect? Why did you equip that one skill in Kingdom Hearts 2 that's actually not that good instead of just not equipping it? And I'm just like, dude, I'm just like playing Kingdom Hearts and I'm gonna win the game. I've beaten this game and I beat KH2 multiple times. Like, I'm gonna beat the game. It doesn't matter. So many people have been like showing up in streams and stuff. I mean, I'm not trying to like get on to people. It's not like necessarily a bad thing, I guess. But it's just so weird to me. So many people show up and then I like equip an ability or something and then they're just like, they act like this is the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. Did he really just equip that one ability that's going to basically have no overall change to his entire playthrough? I can't believe he did that one thing that I never do because I know it's not 100% optimal. It's so strange to me. I don't get it. Especially if they're not a new viewer. Like, when have I ever played games 100% optimally? I'm just here for a good time in Disney worlds with giant key sword wielding anime characters. Everything else is irrelevant. Get out of here. You gonna get FF16? Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, I loved FF15, which apparently a lot of people didn't like. And I loved FF7R, which apparently some other people didn't like. So, like, you know, Final Fantasy, it's got me right now. I'll buy anything new that they put out with Final Fantasy on the logo, on the title. I think we're at the boss now?
Terra! Aqua!
I don't really have any interest in playing older Final Fantasy games. At least not right now. I really only care about FF7R and then 15 and then 16 when it comes out. 14 is an MMO. I'm not really an MMO guy unless it's Toontown. Oh, is Absolute Zero max level now? I should probably switch to Meteor Shower in that case. But, yeah, I don't really, I heard bad things about 13, but again, I'm just not interested in it. And then, like, I tried playing the original 7 once, and I was just like, nah, I can't play this. I didn't like the combat style very much, so I never bothered trying with, like, 8 or anything else older than that. That's not to say that I never will play some of the older ones, but just that I have no plans to at the moment. Man, I actually, like, screwed you out of one of your phases, didn't I? Ow. Ow. This could be dangerous. Have some cures ready to go. Oh, never mind. It does very little damage. Go ahead and heal anyway. This camera angle is so good. Look at this amazing camera angle. Get diamond dusted, you nerd. Did something do more damage there? Oh, you're dead as heck. Like, it's actually over. Get him, Terra! Get him, Dad! Goodbye. Cyclone! I knew it wasn't Wingblade that you got first. You get Cyclone. That's like his super wind thing. I thought so. I was thinking to myself, like, no, Wingblade is later, isn't it?
Terra! Ben, now! Come on!
Got him.
We make a good team.
Sure do. Oh, yeah. I got you these tickets.
For what?
Lifetime passes to Disney Town. He said to take 2 grown-ups.
You mean us? Listen to me, Ven. We need to get you home.
It's okay, Aqua. Trust me, that guy in the mask is history. He'll never badmouth Terra again.
You saw the boy in the mask?
Yes?
Vanitas. Ven, you let Aqua take you home.
No way. I want to go with you guys.
You can't. We have a dangerous task ahead of us. I don't want you to get hurt.
And what is this dangerous task, Terra? It doesn't sound like what the Master told you to do.
It might be a different route, but I'm fighting the darkness.
I'm not so sure. I've been to the same worlds as you, and I've seen what you've done. You shouldn't put yourself so close to the darkness.
Listen to yourself, Aqua. Terra would never...
You mean you've been spying on me? Is that what he said to do? The Master's orders?
He was only...
Aqua?
I get it.
Terra?
Just stay put! I'm on my own now, alright?
Terra, please, listen. The Master has no reason to distrust you, really. He was just worried.
You're awful, Aqua.
So now you know the truth. But the Master loves Terra. And you know that too.
Were you also ordered to take me home? Aqua, now that you're a Keyblade Master, you've let it go to your head. I'm gonna go find Terra.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the fact that Ericus is a scumbag. I'm telling you, most of the issues that the Wayfinder trio have in Birth by Sleep, obviously Xehanort and Vanitas play a part, clearly. But, like, Xehanort and Vanitas are able to get away with what they do because of Ericus. Alright, cool, you just, like... I hate that Ventus's finisher here is always a low-down attack, so enemies in the air don't get hit by it. does Aqua get called awful here? She's just looking out for them. It might be like a bit of a translation error from whatever was said in Japanese. It seems a little strange to call Aqua awful. But I mean, you know, from Ventus is, you know, pretty young. We saw at the start of the game that he was like catatonic at one point and like didn't remember anything. So he really idolizes Terra and looks up to him. Because, you know, whenever someone says like Terra did this bad thing, he's like, Terra would never do that. How dare you ever talk bad about him? So he idolizes him. So the word awful specifically is a little strange to throw out, but when it was obvious Terra was upset that Aqua was, not only was Aqua like trying, like looking out for Terra as if Terra was bad, is the way that Ventus sees it. I see where he's coming from with being frustrated with Aqua, is what I'm trying to get across. And honestly, mostly because I think Ericus is a bit of a dick. I do think that Aqua is a little too much of just like, oh, do what Master Ericus says. Bring Ventus home against his will and watch everything Terra does and make sure he doesn't go evil. You know, Ericus isn't necessarily wrong, but Ericus does later on try to kill Terra and Ventus because Terra uses a little bit of darkness and Ventus is like the other half of the Keyblade or whatever. My point is that Ericus is a scumbag and you shouldn't trust him. Alright, goodbye. I don't remember... Does Ventus have another boss? I'm trying to remember. I think Terra is the only one who has another boss after the Trinity armor. When he fights Braig, I don't remember if Ventus or Aqua have to fight anyone else. I might be misremembering. It's been a minute. Oh, my boy!
Run!
Yeah, okay. Ienzo is just like wearing normal sneakers. I love it. Go away. You leave my precious Ienzo alone. He doesn't get nearly enough screen time compared to every other organization member, but I still love him dearly. He's one of my favorites. I wish that Nomura would use him a lot more. I care more about Saix being used more, but I would also really love it if Ienzo got more screen time. Ow. Please let me hit. Ow again. What happened there? Ventus, what did you just do? Oh, we need to switch the shot lock, don't we, I think? Yeah, I think Ventus's finishers are like my least favorite in the game. Because he knocks enemies into the air so much. Yeah, this is like max level now. Alright. I forgot that this would obviously just make them all go into super explode mode immediately. So I'll be the first to admit I didn't think that through very well. But you know, it's fine. Just make everyone small. Never mind. Air flare. I need air flare too. Like if the air flare lasts a lot longer, it'll do a lot better. I mean, naturally, of course, obviously, but specifically, like, as long as the combo went a bit longer, it actually, enemies would fall back to the ground and actually get hit by it. Alright, you're dead. Stop increasing my magic. I want strength buffs. Ow. That didn't count as hitting you from the front? That's weird. There we go. Birth by Sleep is 10 years before KH1.
Ienzo, where are you? Answer me. Ah, there you are. Didn't I warn you not to wander off, child? I see we owe you our thanks. We have done our best to raise the boy, since his poor parents are not here to do it.
Oh, you're on your own, huh? Sir, I'm looking for a friend of mine. He's a tall guy dressed kind of like me. Have you seen him?
Perhaps I did see him in the outer gardens. Just follow this road.
Thank you.
No, thank you for keeping Yenso out of harm's way. And, well, let's say, I have a feeling we are destined to cross paths again.
In good old Cage 3. Give Yenzo a line! I love him! He's so precious! Oh, man. Lock on your foe and press square just before it attacks. Oh, dude, there's no way I'm gonna time reversals. That's not happening, but I'll equip it. Yeah, it's so Birth by Sleep is 10 years before Cage 1, so it's 11 years before Cage 2. Sora is 14 in Cage 1, so Sora is 4 years old in this game, and Riku is 5 years old in this game. When we see them on Destiny Islands, we already saw them in Terra's story. To nobody's age? Nomura has never really stated as such. I don't know if they have a specific... I don't know if they have a specific timeline of when... Because, like, obviously the reason people are asking this is... I think I have a cutscene here, so I'm gonna wait. The reason people are asking this is because Ienzo is clearly a child now. So if he becomes a nobody at the end of Birth by Sleep, how does he... Like, Zexion is not a child. But... I don't... Did they ever give an exact timeline of when the apprentices became nobodies? Like, did they become nobodies 10 years before Kingdom Hearts 1? Or is there, like, after this, is it, like, you know, maybe 5 years now, 5 years from now, 5 years before KH1, maybe that's when they all succumb to darkness and become nobodies. You know what I mean? Maybe Enzo grows up for, like, 5 years and then he becomes Zexion. I actually don't know. I don't know if they ever gave a strict timeline of, like, oh, yeah, I know they said for sure BBS is 10 years before KH1. I don't know if they ever said a specific, like, this is when Xehanort's, or this is when Xemnas, Xigbar, etc. all came into existence. They might have, I just don't know.
Terra! Take me with you.
I can't do that, Ven.
Why not?
When I really need you, Ven, I know you'll be there.
Well, why wouldn't I? You're my friend.
Yeah. You're right. Thanks, Ven. When I really need you, Ven, I know you'll be there.
Oh. I better tell Aqua.
In the Japanese version, Ven says something more akin to, that is cruel / awful, instead of saying that Aqua is awful. See, that makes a lot more sense. To say that her action was awful instead of saying she is awful. So I think that's just a slight mistranslation. Because I'm sure from Ven's perspective it is awful. Like, how could you... Basically, Ven, I'm pretty sure, is seeing it like Aqua and the Master aren't trusting Terra, even though in Ven's mind, like, Terra is, like, his #1 hero, so, like, how would you not trust him? Leave me alone. I just want to get chests and be on my way. Zexion is number 6 in the organization. Saix is 7. Saix and Axel are the first people to join after the 6 apprentices. The 6 apprentices are the first 6. Which is Xemnas, Xigbar, Zaldin, Vexen, Lexius, Zexion. And then Saix and Axel join almost immediately after. And then over time they add in... Who's 9? Demix is 9? Over time they add in Demix, Luxord, Marluxia, Larxene, and then Roxas at the end of KH1. Who do you think the girl Lee and Isa were looking for is? It's like, I think the theory is that it's the sixth foreteller, right? The girl from the Union X movie? The girl in pink? I don't remember. Ava, yeah, whatever her name is. I'm pretty sure that's... when I was playing KH3, I thought they were talking about Kairi. But I'm pretty sure they were talking about Ava. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Became nobodies over the 10 years? Well, yeah, of course. You get a good glimpse of a handful becoming nobodies in Dream Drop Distance flashback. Yeah, I remember what you're talking about, but they don't give an exact date, though, is the thing. What I'm saying is because Ienzo is clearly like a small child right now. Zexion is clearly not a small child. Honestly, I think nobodies just age. I think that a nobody just grows older like a normal person would. But we don't have an exact date. So another thing could be is that nobodies don't age, but the apprentices did not become nobodies until like 5 years or 8 years after Birth by Sleep. Honestly, I think it would make more sense if they became nobodies probably like 8 years after this game. So about 2 years before KH1. I think that would make more sense because, you know, if they became nobodies at the end of this game, then they had 10 years where they just, like, didn't do anything. Which I guess they couldn't get a Keyblade wielder until Sora got his Keyblade, so maybe that's why, even with 10 years, they wouldn't have accomplished anything. But it just seems weird that they would go 10 years without making any kind of progress whatsoever until KH2 hits. But anyways, now we get to meet my boys as somebodies.